I always do what you tell me anyway. Does this work if I stand right here? Oh, good. I don't feel like sitting down. Okay, fire away. Somebody else. Somebody younger. Me too. Mikey, what do you got?
Sorry.
Pop, how was your summer, and especially going to Paris for the games?
Actually, Istanbul was more fun. I went there first before I went to Paris. I didn't do a whole lot in Paris. I just went to Victor's games, USA games, the bistro for lunch, and then dinner. That's all I did. But Istanbul was a lot more fun for about seven days.
Hey, Coach, can you talk about just what Chris Paul brings to this team and kind of what you expect from him on the floor?
Well, you all can probably answer that yourselves. You've seen him play for many years. But more than anything, he's going to be a great mentor for our young guys. That if you think about the people who came in when Timmy and Manu and Tony were here, they had good examples to look up to who had been in the league a while, that sort of thing. It's important in a player's development. These guys, for the most part, haven't really had that. Even Victor, I mean, obviously he's super talented and that sort of thing, but he needs that also, just like everybody else who's young. So Chris and Harrison Barnes both provide that in spades. With their experiences, their work ethics, their professionalism, I can't even quantify how important that'll be for all the young players. So that's number one. Secondly, Chris, along with Harrison, they have high basketball IQ. I mean, they're going to make mistakes like every player, but in general, they're going to add a lot, decision making and that sort of thing that helps a club win. Yes, sir.
Just speaking more on Chris, he's someone that's talked high about you for years, and now getting the chance to work with him on a day-to-day basis. Just for you personally, how are you feeling about that process?
I've despised Chris for many years. It was difficult to play against him because he's not just the consummate competitor, but he is a clever player. His IQ is off the charts, and it was always difficult because he's thinking ahead of all of us coaches and does that in a winning way. So he's one of those guys you learn to hate to play against him, but at the same time you respect the hell out of him, and you're almost honored to be on the same court so you can watch him do his thing. So to have him working in our family is pretty special. Sometimes I have to pinch myself to think about having the opportunity to watch him on a day-to-day basis, because it's always been from afar.
Coach, you had a couple guys play international basketball this summer. What do you think that did, playing in a FIBA setting, for those guys overseas, and then also to particularly Victor? How would you assess his play in the Olympics over the summer?
Victor was great. He improved steadily throughout the Olympics and ended up being very formidable. But for all the players over all these years that have played in FIBA and gone in the summertime, it's always a plus. It has been for our players and players on all the other teams, without exception.
Paul, you spoke very highly.
Where are you? Yes, sir.
Paul, you spoke very highly of Spawn Castle. Summerly, I was wondering, how have the plans been changed for his utilization this season, especially at the beginning of the season now that Devin Vassell's going to be on the shelf until later?
I have no idea. I don't know who's going to start. I'm thinking Victor's going to start because I'm really smart. After that, who the hell knows? We'll see. That's up to them. They'll show me, they'll tell me who's going to start.
A little more specifically about Victor's summer and the early.
What if I don't want to?
You don't have to.
Okay. Just want to make that clear.
Do you think I know that by now?
Hit me. No, I ain't got it.
Specifically, what did you see from him this summer? Physical growth, confidence-wise, everything that he gained from the success that he had against.
So you ask me these questions, and then you give me the answers. You're like one of those commentators on TV. Does it drive you crazy? You're listening, they have a really good guest, but the person interviewing them goes on for like a minute and a half. And you just want to say, shut up and let them answer the question. They just go on and on and on. They want everybody to know how much they know. So, yes, he increased his aggressiveness. See, you're interrupting me already. You're still doing it. You already asked me the question. Thank you, sir. His aggressiveness was the big thing, in physicality, the way you just mentioned, in all honesty. He's understanding what it takes, what he's going to get, and what he has to give back to counter that kind of thing. And FIBA is much more aggressive than the NBA. So it was a wonderful little petri dish for him, so to speak, to be able to have to do that every day in every game. And that's where he really rose as it went along. And secondly, I think you mentioned confidence, and again, you're correct. You know, I think he scored 26 points against the USA team in the finals, that kind of thing. And it was kind of like a David Robinson thing where I didn't really know he had 26 points. You just kind of watch him play, but he did this and he did that, and he did a lot of different things. You know, the game would end sometimes with David. I'd say, what the hell did David do tonight? Say, Pop. They'd say 24 points, 12 rebounds, so and so and so and so. It was like that with Victor because he can do so many different things. So those two areas, he was great.
Hey, Bob.
Yes, sir.
I'm not mistaken, you had some experience with Harrison Lawrence on the Team USA.
Yes, yes.
What did you learn about him through that experience?
You know, that's basically where I fell in love with him. He's one of those Avery Johnson kind of guys. He gets every ounce out of the ability that he has. And he's efficient. He's a leader. He's a great teammate. He just goes to the next play. You know, whether it was a turnover or makes a three, he's not impressed or depressed. He just goes on and plays. So I gained a great deal of respect for him and have been actually trying to figure out a way to get him here ever since. Yes, sir.
With Victor improving and the additions of Chris and Harrison, what are your expectations for the team? Win-wise, contention?
Our expectations are the same as they've been from the first year I coached. We want to be the best possible team we can be, and that's individually as far as development goes, which has obviously been a big factor in the last couple of years, and then team-wise, how to play, what it takes to win, that sort of thing. So those are our goals, and they always have been. Even when we were a championship caliber team, we never said we're going to win this many games and this is what we want to do. It was never a point of discussion at all, and never will be.
What are your expectations for Jeremy, your recruiting?
I want everybody to get better. I have great expectations for every player, both individually and team-wise. That's, you know, he said, well, what area do you want so-and-so to improve in? We want them to improve in all areas. It's not just somebody's got to rebound or somebody's got to shoot or somebody's got to block out better. Somebody's got to be a better assist person. We want everyone to improve in all the facets of the game. Yes, sir.
What do you think about the combination of Chris Paul and Wemby playing together? How would you?
I think it's pretty cool.
When how's their relationship going at all this summer? If you get more time to spend time together, and you're seeing it in practices and stuff.
I have no idea. We haven't had any practices, and they haven't spent a lot of time together. You know, they've been working out and that kind of thing, but I don't know what they do when they go to the locker room. Hopefully it's going well.
Coach, see this is Sochan was the last season in the league. What's the plan for him for this year? Is he going to stay with you guys in the first team?
He's somebody that I've been excited about since day one. You just look at his body, and then you observe his athletic abilities. It's pretty impressive. So with CD, it's a matter of maturation, forming habits, being consistent, and growing in that regard, because it's all there to be a very important player in the program. So we'll see how he progresses.
One more question about Vincent Collet, former international
Sure.
coach now. He said very recently that he would love to coach in the NBA one day, and he would love to be here in San Antonio with you and Wemby. Is that something
You mean to fire one of my assistants?
No.
Oh,
Is that something you thought about with him?
Coach Calais is a good friend. He's a great coach. And, you know, he's like many coaches in Europe. I mean, you don't have to be an American to coach an NBA team. It seems that that's the way it is, you know, when you look at reality. But it's sort of a, you know, unintended prejudice, just like it used to be with players. You know, those guys can't play here. They won't adjust culturally. They don't play defense or whatever it was. And then we all started bringing them over, and people realized that that was baloney. And it's the same with the coaches. There's a bunch of coaches over there that could be doing as good or better job than we're doing. So Coach Calais is definitely in that category. Yes?
Devin Vassell with his injury, have you
Right.
offered him any supportive advice, and if so, what supportive advice have you offered him?
Work your ass off in rehab.
How is he holding up in rehab?
Great. Does everybody know that Devin's out? That's out there somewhere? Okay.
When we talked to Chris after he signed, we made a point of the fact that he's not here just to mentor. He really didn't mentoring at all. Do you sort of respect that? And can that be a big deal by itself, just to lead by example, just to be here to win?
Well, I think the best way to answer that is when he I'm trying to remember where I first spoke with he and Harrison during the summer. We were, I don't know, maybe it was a summer league, I'm not sure, but we were all in the same place, so we got to talk. And he wanted to know, you know, Pop, what do you expect from me? What do you want me to do? How do you want me to play? You know, that kind of thing. And I was very simplistic. I just said, be Chris Paul. That's all I want him to do. I want him to be Chris Paul and play like he's always played. I probably won't coach him a lick. I'll just try to infuse what our strategy is and how we play and what we're looking to do and, you know, that kind of thing. Give him as much information as I can, but he's going to play and be Chris Paul. Yes.
You guys expect Zach Collins to be ready to go for the start of training?
Zach and Charles will be ready to start training camp. And as you all know, obviously Devin's not. And I think that's it. I think everybody else is ready, right, Tommy? I think.
From what I understand, I think Devin, like early November should be, unless the expectation is optimism.
I don't know. You know, when somebody's out, they're out. And we concentrate on who's in, and then I walk in the training room every day and say, how's it going in here? You know, that kind of thing. So until they tell me he's ready to go, I don't try to think it's going to be here, it's going to be there. Just go. That's it? Okay. Have a great year. Good to be back.
stand. Yeah. We're going to have you sit.
What up? What up? Sorry. Hey, Jay, help me out with this, please. Better? We good? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Great. Let's get this started.
When did you have surgery exactly? And what is November 1st your goal? Is that a realistic goal? Is that you'll be back possibly by November 1st?
The date of my surgery was June 26th. That was actually my mom's birthday, so happy birthday, Mom. And November 1st everything will be reevaluated. Right now I'm on court, moving around really good, doing everything. I'm hoping to be back as soon as possible. So.
Coach Pop told me earlier that his advice to you is to work your ass off in rehab. What is working your ass off in rehab consist of?
Just coming in every day, being consistent, putting in the work, whether it's conditioning, whether it's lifting, whether it's getting on court, whatever it is, just coming in every day with a good mindset, a great mindset. And, you have teammates who are uplifting you. Seeing everybody coming in each day just makes me easier and easier to come in and work harder. So trust me, I'm following coach's advice.
Coming out April, the end of the season, with that foot, you told us then you felt like you were going to be able to have it all else. What happened between April and June that made surgery necessary?
Basically, I just tried to let it heal on its own, let it heal naturally how it is, and I was hoping that it was supposed to heal how it was supposed to, and it just didn't heal how it was supposed to. So, just needed to have surgery to clean it up, so I'd be 100%. And now I'm striding to. I feel better now than I felt pretty much at the end of the season. So that's a good thing. No, it just didn't heal how it was supposed to heal, and at the end of the day, it was just nagging. So I just needed it to be gone.
You mentioned that you've been able to be on the court here and working way back. You have been on the court for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Go ahead. Keep going.
I'm wondering if you had a chance to get to working with Chris and Harrison over the summer since you've been on the court.
Not as much with the older guys. I've been working out with some of our bigs, just working on screen and rolls. Obviously, we're working with Vic and Zach and Bassie and a bunch of the guys. Not as much with guards as much, but each day I've been progressing more and more. So to answer your question, that'll be pretty soon.
Hey, Jim, what was your reaction when you heard they were adding Chris Paul, and what do you hope that he will bring to this team?
I was super excited. The first thing I've always been saying pretty much since I've got here is just more veteran leadership, and I feel like that's the first thing that he's going to bring. He's a voice, he's talking even through open gym. Even today, like he's always talking, just bringing, good words of encouragement, words of wisdom. And, I'm excited for that. For us to be able to take that next step, we need leaders and veterans and people who are going to help the locker room. And he's, what better guy than CP? I think he's just going to hold everybody to a standard. I think he's going to hold everybody accountable. That's really number one. Going through games where we have our lows, where we have, we might be going, other teams going on a run, CP and HB, those are going to be the guys who, they've been through it, they've seen it all. They'll help us, be able to turn that corner. And we had a lot of close games that we lost last year. I think that adding those two people are going to help us out a lot with that veteran leadership.
I was kind of going to ask a similar question, but you guys have been one of the youngest teams in the league basically your entire career here. Have you noticed any differences, like right off the bat, with these guys just in the building?
For sure. I see HB in here every morning. What is it, Jay? Almost like 7 a.m. he be in here. I came in early today, and it was 7 a.m. and me, CP, and HB were the people here. So just them instilling that, them working hard every day, and us seeing that. Like I said, in open gym, CP's talking all the time. You see HB, he's getting steals. He's like, they're just leading by example, and it's huge for us because at the end of the day, like I said, that's some leadership and veteran leadership that we've been missing.
Devin, I was sure you watched the Olympic Games.
For sure.
What are your thoughts watching Victor in your games, and especially in the game against the USA?
he's an alien. It's crazy. Some of the stuff that he does is still crazy. Even when I'm watching him right now when he's working out, like he's knocking down shots, you just don't expect that like, at his height. What he's doing, it's almost normal now. It's kind of crazy. But to answer your question, watching the Olympics, watching him grow, and just be almost the voice of that team, like carrying them. You know, Team USA, we have LeBron, KD, we have all these, great players, and, he's looking like he wasn't backing down from nobody. And that's the mindset, the attitude that we got to have this year. No matter who we're playing, no matter what arena we're walking into, we don't care who's in front of us. We're coming in to get a win.
Devin, you talked about getting a lot of pick and roll reps with the bigs. Obviously, Chris Paul is one of the great point guards in NBA history. What do you hope to learn from him in that regard as a playmaker, as someone who has the ball in his hands?
Yeah, really just being a sponge when it comes to CP, just seeing, what reads does he see? What is he looking at in the defense? What are, I don't want to give out too much stuff, and then people start, trying to get what I'm. But at the end of the day, just being a sponge with CP, he's been here for a while. He understands the game. He's seen all different types of coverages. He's played with some of the best players in the world. So just trying to pick his brain and understand kind of what he sees.
Last season, you said when you're helping play with the best of them. Have this setback, how much more motivating are you to kind of hit the ground running as soon as you're back to help this team?
I'm excited, man. I think that, it came out that I was hurt, and, it is what it is, but I'm excited. I feel the most healthy that I've been in a long time, and, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to get back to Devin Vassell. I don't want to rush back into it and, not have another setback. So I'm just excited to get back on the court. I'm excited. I come in every day. I see everybody working. I see it's a great energy here. I can't wait for tomorrow with training camp and everything. I'm just excited to get back on the court. And as soon as I get back being able, ready to play, trust me, you'll see it.
You spent some time training with Victor. Have you found him different, Victor, this year compared to last year after the Olympics and 1 year in?
I just kind of feel like the game's slowing down for him. He's seeing everything, the reads, what shot he wants to get to, finishing, just pretty much everything. I think every step of his game is growing, and it's kind of scary, for the numbers that he was putting up last year and the runs that he was going on, like for him to be getting better, for him to be improving, like it's going to be scary for the league this year. I can tell you that.
Devin, last year you talked about the challenges of getting used to being sort of like defended like a number one on the perimeter. What did you learn about your game, about what it's going to take to play this role in the offense?
I think getting everybody involved is probably going to be number one for me. If I can get, if I can hit Vic on a roll, if I can hit HB on a corner shot and, kind of get everybody to where, they got to honor everybody else, then that opens up everything for me. And then after that, I can play and be aggressive and play my game. But I don't want to force anything. I don't want to force stuff in, in a double team or force that. I just got to be able to see and make the right reads to start off the game.
We have that last question right here.
Vic, me again. You're a year better. Vic is a year better. Include the additions. What are the expectations for this season?
Playoffs, that's it. That's all I see.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Appreciate it.
What's up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Another year, another year. I'm great. 6'6". You made me feel old, man. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely it's an honor and a blessing to be able to be a part of an organization like this for such a long period of time, be able to stick around and thrive. It's the main thing. So any knowledge that I can pass on to any of the younger guys or any of the new guys that's coming in with pop and things like that, I'm willing to do.
You've been part of few different types of Spurs teams, different phases of the organization. Now coming into this team, adding Chris Paul, adding Harrison Barnes, another year with Wemby. What is your mentality going into this season?
Well, we want to win. I feel like we got some great pieces, and I feel like that's our expectation. I feel like adding great pieces like Harrison and CP is huge, and Vic is only getting better. So I feel like we got a bright future ahead of us. I feel great. I'm ready. I'm ready for the new season. I'm ready to go out there and get some wins. I just think our expectations to continue to get better. We're all excited. We're a young group, ready to, learn. But I think most importantly, I feel like we're going out there with the mindset or the pieces that we have to win.
How hard did you negotiate with Chris over that number?
Huh?
How did you negotiate with Chris over that number? Did you put up a fight?
I wouldn't necessarily say put up a fight. I feel like for me it was. I have tons of respect for Chris, and I've made that public in the past that that I looked up to Chris when I was younger, and he was one of my role models growing up as far as basketball. So as far as I would say putting up a fight, I feel like we had some conversations, and ultimately I feel like it's the ultimate sign of respect. I feel like with Chris, since being here since day one, he's been nothing but amazing for me, not only me, but the teammates and the whole organization. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I feel like the main thing was respect. I feel like he deserved to wear number 3, and that's been my big thing. Well, for people like Miss Carolina, I think it's broke. But you followed my career since the beginning, so knowing that in Austin I wore number 0 as well, and being able to have something to fall back on and my roots and things like that, it was an easy choice for me.
You had your own Olympic experience. I presume you watched all the Olympics this year, and I wonder if you could talk about Victor's experience in the Olympics, and especially what you saw from him in the gold medal.
He did amazing. I feel like he's just showing you guys what we see all the time. I feel Victor is one of the hardest workers I've ever seen in my life when it comes to the game of basketball on and off the court. So seeing him prevail in the Olympics, it was definitely a good feeling.
You went under a pretty dramatic body transformation. Something looked like you're in one of the best shapes of your career. What are you hoping to get out of that on the defensive end of the court, and what all went into that transformation?
Just being locked in. I feel like just being in the best shape possible so that I can come into the season, hit the ground running. And as far as the defensive end, I feel like getting down ready to defend. I feel like that's been my main thing focus on this summer. Well, I mean, I felt like you said, I had many different roles, and I mean, it just shows the versatility that I can bring to the game of basketball. And whatever role that I'm put in, I'll be prepared. I feel like this summer I prepare myself for whatever situation I need to be in to be a star in my role and put my team in the best situations to win.
Keldon, first of all, congratulations for being so locked in and transforming your body this summer. Can you talk a little bit about how much weight you've lost and how explosive maybe it might be, and your agility's improved? What kind of things have you noticed about yourself for the gym?
I feel like I feel like I move better, a lot better. I feel like I'm more explosive. I mean, a lot of that does come with the weight. As far as the number, I can't give you guys that number, but I'm proud of myself, and you know, I'm really excited for the season. I'm ready to get out there and have some fun with my teammates, and you know, really prove a point.
How did you do it? I'm asking for me. How did you do it?
I feel like just being locked in on my diet, man, and just, you know, really taking it serious, watching what I put in my body, and, you know, just making it a lifestyle, not a diet. I feel like it's a lifestyle for me. It's not just a diet. It's not something that's a temporary for me. This is, you know, something that I plan to make it a lifestyle for me and my family to, you know, eat the right things and be in shape.
Is there anything you cut out?
I mean, obviously, I mean, you get the cravings of sweet foods and things like that, but I mean, I feel like now it's kind of like I don't really think about those things. I've been so locked into basketball, so locked into, you know, putting myself in the right position to be successful, and not only me but my team. I feel like I owe it to my teammates to come in here and be in the best shape possible so that I can help win some games.
And then going back to what others have kind of mentioned, you've played on so many different kinds of teams. You played with DeMar in LA, and you played with some of the lottery teams that became more big and now they're big. Like along the way, what have you learned? How have you adjusted? And how has that maybe helped your career to be in those different situations?
I mean, just being able to be a part of those teams and being able to, you know, adjust to different roles and whatever my team needs me to do is big. So I feel like it's no different this year. Whatever role that I need to assume or that I'm in, that, you know, I'll definitely give it 110% and you know, get the best effort for it. All righty.
What's up, Keldon? You've been a guy who's relying a lot on the energy of the Frost Bank Center, interacting with fans in games the last couple of years, and especially now, a lot more primetime games, you've got more veteran additions. What do you want other teams to feel this season when they come to the Frost Bank Center?
I mean, they'll see. I feel like that's I'm not gonna do too much, you know, explaining. But I know we got the best fan base in the NBA, and I know our fans will be loud. And I know they're gonna show up each and every night and support us. So, I mean, I know it's gonna be pretty rowdy in there this year, as always.
Thank you, guys.
Yep, Paris.
Thanks, Chris.
All right. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You comfortable holding that?
Yeah, I'll do it that way.
Pop was up here earlier talking about his first experience with you at Team USA and how ever since that he's been trying to find a way to get you on the Spurs. What was your version of that, your experience with Pop back at Team USA when you first played with him?
Yeah, I mean, he killed me in my very first film session, so I didn't. That's funny that he said that. But no, I mean, I loved playing for him. Obviously, just a wealth of knowledge. definitely held me accountable, made me a better player in that short period of time. And it's just an honor really to be here and to be amongst all of the history here in this franchise. I mean, it's huge. I mean, just talking with a lot of these guys, I think the difference between me and CP is like 7 years, and then like the difference between me and Jeremy is probably 11 years. So I mean, we have a wide spectrum of guys on this roster, but I think the biggest thing is just establishing habits. It's how do you continue to get better every day and judge yourself on an internal metric versus trying to seek external approval, right? That's what you try to do every single day in this league, and it's difficult, especially as a young guy. You're trying to get established and things like that. But I think for all of our guys, just trending in the right direction is going to pay dividends for us now and in the long term.
Playing against and seeing Wemby last year and then getting to play alongside him this year, kind of what are your thoughts on how he played last year and your expectations for this year?
Well, I think he's gotten better. He's gotten better. He's more confident. He's worked on his body. Obviously, the Olympics last year, this summer, was big for him. And then just being out on the court with him, there's not anything that he can't do. So I think it's just continuing to, try to make the game easy for him, continuing to let him grow and develop and evolve into the player that he's going to be, right? We don't know what that is, but definitely trying to do everything we can to just assist and see that growth come to fruition.
First and foremost, welcome to San Antonio. Secondly, you had said at your media availability that basketball was going to be secondary and the first primary thing would be to build chemistry with the team. Have you been able to develop a bond with any of your teammates, and if so, what have you guys done, and how have you guys bonded so far?
I mean, you just missed how fervently Devin was just waving at me. So, I mean, that just shows you right there. I mean, we're just trending in the right direction. But no, it's been good. I mean, obviously, a lively group chat I think is first and foremost, especially with a younger generation of players. And just since I've been here, whether it's team dinners, whether it's just hanging out, I think just constantly spending time with guys off the floor, getting to know them, their backgrounds, their families, things like that. I think it's made the pickup games more intense and a lot more fun.
During the game and then after the game, how much you wanted to win that game?
Yeah, I mean, it was a win-win, right? The U.S. won and Victor played well. So, on that side, I was happy to see that. But I think it just shows just the growth and maturity that he has for a guy at his age to be playing in that type of moment at home. I don't think people realize just the pressure that he was under, you know what I mean? I mean, to play at that level, at that stage, to have that type of game, I think it's huge. And I think it just shows that he's ready, to take on, a bigger role, not only in the offense or the defense, but just in terms of just leadership and speaking to guys who maybe haven't been on that stage, been in that situation. And like I said, just will continue to help him grow.
You had a chance to get on the court with some of your teammates. Just wondering some of your initial thoughts on playing with Victor and some of your expectations for your role heading into the season.
Yeah, I think in my 2 weeks, the one guy I definitely would love to shout out is Blake. I thought he's done an unbelievable job just picking up guys defensively, full court, getting active, getting steals. He's had a great 2 weeks, but Victor, I think, like I said, there's nothing he can't do on the floor. So I think it's just a matter of, him just developing what his spots are, how he wants to play in the offense. Because he's such a mismatch problem, I think that's going to create a lot of advantages for us, and we just have to figure out, what's the best way we can maximize that.
Harrison, you mentioned the wide spectrum of ages and experience levels on this roster. As much as the younger kids want to win, they kind of want to be a level 4 and there's another guy who kind of went through that at Golden State, that can really championships. What can you impart to
Well, the beauty of it is the energy level, right? I mean, just being youthful and having that energy, that's going to keep you in a lot of games. But I think the message that's going to be preached a lot this season is going to be sustaining. You know, can we sustain our focus? Can we sustain the level of detail necessary, not only in, you know, the second quarter, but, you know, in the third and fourth? And I think that's going to be a big thing for us. Obviously, you know, you have some guys have played in late game experience, towards the season, end of the season when it comes to seeding and things like that, and some guys haven't, right? And it's like, how do you do that all on the fly and still have the expectation to win and want to make it to the postseason?
Given that the young guys who've been here for a couple of years, they're ready to face the playoffs. As a guy who's been through multiple playoff runs, how do you manage those expectations for this year?
Yeah, I mean, it starts with the habits. Obviously, you know, went through that for a long time in Sacramento, right, trying to end the playoff drought there, but it just starts with building good habits in training camp, in practices. But then when it comes to game time, you know, it's just executing in the little things, right? Not letting 2 minutes, 4 minutes go here or there, helping young guys understand that any game can create momentum, positive or negative, in a season. You know what I mean? One game that you should have lost that you won here may lead to a 4-game win streak, which may change the season. And obviously last season, you know, talking to guys, you know, some of the losing streaks, you know, were extremely difficult, right? And it just kind of took the air out of the season. So I think it's just staying locked in and, like I said, just sustaining the focus to do the little things. Yeah, Jeremy's hilarious. He was actually, we went to dinner the very first night I got here to San Antonio. So I absolutely love him. But I think he's his own player. I don't think there's, you know, I think a lot of times people they look at a guy and they say, oh, is he this guy? Is he that guy? It's like, no, I mean, Jeremy can do a lot of different things. And I think, you know, last year, obviously, you know, the point guard experiment, you know, that was able to showcase a different side of his game and things like that. But I don't think there's any way that this team has a successful season in which he doesn't have a big impact in. So I think I'm excited for what he's able to do for us. Obviously, defensively, you know, he can cover the best player. He can rebound. He can push the floor. He can run the floor. So there's a lot of things he can do. Yeah, I mean, it's always tough. You know, we've been losing a lot of legends to the game lately, and I think one of the things that was so unique about him was just his infectious personality. You know, I think his ability to walk into a room and to put a smile on people's faces, whether you knew him or not, whether you compete against him or not, right? He just always had that ability to make you laugh. And I think, you know, just thinking back, you know, over the years of just different scenarios I've been in, I always remember myself laughing. I think that was consistent. So it's definitely a tremendous loss for our league, and obviously my prayers go out to his family and support for them. But you know, he was just, like I said, had a great personality. I think it goes hand in hand. I mean, I don't think anybody, you know, on this team, you know, wants to hear, you know, a motivational speaker. You know, you got to go out there and you have to do it. You know, you have to compete against guys every single day. I think, to me, that's the best way that you can try to show somebody, you know, through your experiences, you know, how things have done, how you've seen things. And I think that's the beauty of where this team is at, is these young guys are all unique and special in the fact that they listen. You know, they want to learn, they want to get better, they want to get in the gym, you know, they want to work extremely hard. You know, those are things that you don't have to coach, which is great to see, because it means they have, you know, desire to be great. So for me, it's been just a joy to be around all of these guys and just compete and work with them. And like I said, look forward to this season, just continue to put in more work every single day. Appreciate you guys. What's your mic going?
How you doing? Good. How you doing? Great. Yes.
Hey, what's going on? Our podium died, or our little mic stand died, so if you don't, you all right?
Oh yeah, hold the mic. Yep. Got it. How y'all doing?
You've been on the other side of so many moments against the Spurs, like people remember the Clipper series and the Hornet series. Has it sunk in yet that you're on the other side of the sun and seeing the Spurs jersey?
Yeah, I think now it has been a lot of battles over the years, but I've had enough time to get here, get settled in, seen a lot of familiar faces, a lot of new faces, and now we're ready to go.
Hi, Sochan, you've been adjusting to life here in San Antonio. How long have you been here and how has just getting settled in been?
I came in maybe like a month ago for a week, and then I got here again probably about a week ago. But it's been great. The organization's been amazing. We got a great group of guys on the team. Everything's been seamless. This is the most amount of time, obviously, I've ever spent here. But everybody's been so nice and gracious, and I'm grateful for it. Man, I mean, I didn't just choose the Spurs. They obviously, chose me also. And looking at the team and also just the ability to play, to hoop, to get back to playing, I think that's the motivation, is to compete and to look at the team that they have here. Obviously, Pop, it looked like it could be a great fit. And I'm just excited about the new experience.
Hey, Chris. Right here.
Yep.
Have you had a chance to spend much time with Sochan Castle? If so, what are your first impressions of the group?
Not too much time other than us hooping the past week, and I was in Vegas with him for a little bit. And Steph's cool, man. I was a huge fan of his when he was in college. He joked a little bit too much, though, talking about I was at Wake Forest around the same time as his dad. You know what I mean? But it's been a lot of fun. I'm telling you, man, for the short amount of time that I think our group's been together, we really had a good time.
Chris, you mentioned Pop. He just was up here a little while ago and said that he's despised you for years.
Yeah, it's mutual.
But not so much anymore. What was the initial conversation like with him? I think you said that he had dinner with you and Harrison and went out and talked with y'all.
Yeah.
What was that like, that conversation like?
It was interesting. I mean, the first conversation I had with Pop when I signed here, I think I was in Vegas and we talked on the phone, and he just said he wanted me to come in and be me. And then when him and Harrison talked, he talked about how excited he was about the guys and the team, and he just wanted us to come in and try to fit in and blend in and teach and help as much as we could.
When you first got here, you said that you didn't want to just coach and you wanted to play and hoop.
Yeah.
So I'm curious for you, what does that balance look like between playing your game but also mentoring and learning from your teammates?
Look like it's always looked. You know what I mean? Like you hoop, you play, you talk, you communicate. I think that's what we done did, playing pickup and training, getting ready for camp to start. But I'll have to get to know the guys. They'll have to get to know me. Me and Harrison, of course, we've known each other, but never been on the same team. So there's a building phase and a process to it. But I'm sure anybody on the team will tell you we want to learn and build and try to win at the same time.
Chris, right here.
Yes, sir.
You being here, how much does it feel like the season you had in OKC in 2020? You know, you joined this very young team in OKC and out then, you know, the creation of the plans. How much does it feel like the same, and do you feel like it's achievable to get to the playoffs?
Every situation is different, and I'm grateful for all of them. Every experience is different. That OKC experience was great. So was Phoenix and even Golden State last year. But I'm excited about this. It's new, exciting, and I think we got a chance to have a great year.
Chris, in the little bit of time you had to work out with Victor this summer, wondering if even in that little time you noticed stuff that maybe didn't jump out at you even last year and watching you competing against him.
Yeah, it's always different getting a chance to see someone on a daily basis, right? When you're playing during the season, you see it on Sports Center or the scout when you're getting ready for them. So it's been really cool to see it day in and day out. And it's not just the playing the games, it's the work that goes into it, the training and all of that. So I'm excited just like anybody else to get a chance to play alongside him along with a lot of the other guys on the team.
You mentioned that you've not played with Harrison Barnes before, but you've been in the league a while too. What do you see as his maybe best NBA skill? What's he going to bring on the court?
HB is he's just a consummate pro, right? And it doesn't take long to get a chance to see guys' routine. And he's in LA during the summer like myself, so we trained pretty much 3 times a week or whatnot once we both signed with the Spurs. So me and Harrison seen a lot of each other before we got here.
Keldon gave you your jersey number back. How was that negotiation going?
It was all good. Yeah, we figured it out. Nah, it was all good.
Welcome to San Antonio. Does it feel a little bit surreal that you looked up to growing up, Keldon Johnson, chose number 3 because of you, and now you're bringing the team? Have you given advice to the team?
Man, I talk to the guys all the time. You know, we got a really good locker room as far as Keldon and all the other guys. I done known Trey for a long time. Trey came to my camp when he was in high school or college. Harrison came to my camp when he was in high school or college. So I done known a lot of these guys for a long time. So, like I said, we got a team group chat that started a month ago or whatnot. So aside from hooping and playing basketball, you spend a lot of time with each other. And so it's a great group to be around. I can honestly say that, and I mean it.
Chris, I saw that you were a registered coach for athletes for Harris. Are you doing anything locally to get people registering and get into the polls?
It's funny, I had a call about that yesterday, so absolutely trying to see what I can do to help to make sure people get out the polls and stuff like that. So, yes, actively trying to work on it.
Pop said that one of your role would be to be a mentor for this young team. What do you think you can bring especially to Victor on the court and off the court?
I think the biggest thing that I hope I can bring to this team is just the competitiveness, right? We talk about it all the time. Playing hard is a talent, but it's not enough, right? So this team here done already showed the ability to play hard and to compete night in and night out, but now we got to figure out how to translate that to wins. And so I'm hoping I can help with that. And Victor, I could probably show him how to dunk. You know what I mean? Something. I don't know. I think for me with him, it's going to be just trying to help him settle in more. You know, coming in as a rookie like he did with all the expectations, and for him to play as well as he did, and to know the expectations will be even higher this year, I think, you know, I can just hopefully help in his growth, right? And just, I don't know, help where I can.
Two more questions right here.
What's going on?
What do you think this young team needs? If there's one thing you can say, you know, this is going to help them push them to the next level, what would that be?
I don't know, man. That's why I popped the coach. You know, I'm trying to come in and hoop. You know what I mean? I played against these guys last year. I watched them. Obviously, we talk all the time, and I watched film. I saw how a lot of games last year, they be winning, and then, you know, you lose it down the stretch. So hopefully just to, I don't know, maybe a calmness in those times, and just make sure and understand that we still going to have growing pains and issues or whatnot, but just, you know, allow them to use their voices and make sure that that we grow as a team more than anything.
Last question right here.
You've had a lot of success, a lot of different places. You've been balling other places. Why San Antonio? What you look forward to most about San Antonio?
Playing, you know what I mean? Like, see, I know that sounds really generic, but I think for me at this point, this being my 20th season and being away from my family, I love to play basketball, right? And if I'm going to be away from my family, then I want it to be meaningful. You know, I want to play, I want to compete. And so this was the best opportunity to do that. And knowing this organization and knowing Pop and knowing the resources that they had, I felt like this would be the best fit. No problem. Thank you.
Good.
Good morning.
How you
Good
doing?
morning.
How you doing?
Hey, what's up, James?
How you doing?
Hi.
Jeremy, can I ask you about your summer experience with international play and everything else?
Yeah, it was great. Very busy, but at the end of the day, it's cool to experience that finally. Playing for the senior team, just learning and growing and playing against some of the best countries in the world. And unfortunately, we didn't make it to the Olympics, but it was always fun. And even next year, getting ready for EuroBasket. So, yeah. Yeah, I think one thing that really opened my eyes was the last 2 years we haven't won a lot, and I think it was cool and refreshing to go somewhere where every game mattered, and just the level of detail and just being locked in, and also even the environment. It was pretty cool to see, and it kind of felt like the playoffs in a way. So yeah, no, it's just refreshing. I don't know if you guys can hear. Hello? Hello, hello, hello. It's working? Kind of. Yeah, I think it's, being more consistent. Hello, hello, hello. Damn, it's broken. Oh, there we go. I think it's, becoming more consistent. Again, I think, one of my roles is, being the best defender I can be. And just, playing with energy. That's the definition of me, and just, bringing energy to my teammates, to the team, to the city, and, just trying to win as much as we can. Yeah, I think, it was an experience, and, there's a lot to learn from it, pros and cons. And at the end of the day, it's, it's an experience that, grew me. And yeah. Just, grinding and, finding the light sometimes when it was dark. And I think on the court, just seeing everything, understanding how to play, when to speed up, when to slow down. And, there's a bunch of stuff that I can learn from it.
What do you feel about that? Is that putting pressure on this team and expectations for you, for the team, heading into the season?
Yeah, I don't think it's pressure. I don't think as a team we put pressure on ourselves. I think, that's one thing we've realized with maturing and just growing, and especially with the leadership and communication of, Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes. If we stay together, play, the best defense we can, anything's possible. And I think, we're not going into the season thinking, we're going to be losing, or, I think we're going into the season, trying to win as much as we can and make the playoffs and see what we can do. But yeah. Yeah, I'd say my form has changed. So, me, Jimmy, we've been working on it. Getting my elbow higher, a little more out, working on my shoulder and stuff. So, no, we've definitely been working on it.
Jeremy, starting training camp in a position that you're more comfortable with,
Yeah.
is there a certain peace of mind that comes with that, kind of helps you get ready to go a little bit quicker than maybe last year?
Yeah, no. Again, playing my normal position is gonna be great. It's gonna. I'm not gonna be thinking as much. It's gonna be more natural. So yeah, no, I'm excited. Training camp's gonna be fun. I think, the type of team we have, the people on the roster, it's going to be very, very competitive. So I think it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a lot of energy. Yeah, I think realize, it's normal. Everyone goes through things, and it's just, figuring a way to get out of them. Whether it's, talking to family, talking to people around you, and, to me, the only way is up. You can always learn and grow, and I think that's the most important thing with any experience you experience.
Wemby's such a unique athlete. Kind of what did you learn playing with him last year, and what have you seen so far maybe in the offseason?
Yeah, he's a dog. That's it. That's the definition of him. Just on the court, the stuff he does is unbelievable, but it's because of the work he does. When there's no, cameras, no people around, it's the work he does, mentally, physically. He just works, and I think that's amazing to see, and just what kind of normal guy he is for the name he has and all of that in the NBA and just everywhere. I think he's just normal, and that's I think the most important thing. Can you say that again? Sorry. Yeah. What do you mean, like same basketball wise or just people? Personality is the same. He hasn't changed. Maybe he's become more funnier, but it hasn't changed. Basketball wise, he's definitely improved. Again, he's one of one, and he's gonna prove that this season, and it's gonna be fun to see. Yeah, just trying new things. I grew some hair, so I have a mini afro now, and just decided to color it. I had it purple, but changed it to like this pinkish color. But yeah, I'm back to changing my colors and stuff, so it's gonna be fun to interact with fans and just the people around. And I think it's just exciting. Where we're at as a team, as a city. Yeah, it's exciting, and I think we're all ready to grow and become better and level up. Thank you.
Morning, good morning.
All right, good to see some familiar faces. I'm all ears.
Hey, Victor, how was your summer? How was the whole Olympic experience?
So summer was long, so I mean, a bunch of stuff happened. The Olympics, of course, the whole preparation with the national team. That was a great experience. Very demanding mentally, I would say. First, for of course like the tactical aspect of the game, but also the fact that the Olympics is only 6 games, so it's 6 games at best. So it's super high intensity, higher than I've seen. So very demanding on that side. But I would say the time I spent here also in San Antonio, like working out, it was like very good work.
Is there anything you can take from that Olympic experience and might apply to your job at the Spurs?
Of course, it's literally the first thing I've asked myself coming back here. But yeah, there's a lot we can learn. There's a lot I learned from it, and just because it's different types of experiences, and yeah, it's so there's some stuff I'm gonna use that I learned there, but I'm gonna use like for my whole life and my whole career.
Pop told us earlier that you're probably going to start again this year, so congratulations on that.
Sorry?
Pop said that you're going to start this year for the Spurs, so
Oh, thank you. It was important to me. Milestone.
what areas of the game are you looking to take that next leap for the Spurs?
Sorry, can you repeat?
What area of your game have you worked on the most this summer that you want to take the leap?
So the more I grow into my career, the more I realize like it's important to work on the fundamentals. So there's a big emphasis that's been put on my game this summer was like making an advantage out of really simple situations. Like I'll just give you one example. I've worked a lot on finishing and finishing things that might look and be natural to any other player, like to a guard, for example. But it's stuff I really had to put an emphasis on mentally and physically. So that's just one of the examples of the fundamentals I've been working on.
How much Chris Paul did you watch growing up, and what are you most looking forward to in sharing the court with living legend like?
How much did I watch him? A lot, of course. It's yes. I mean, a player I really actually I can actually remember, from watching as a kid, and it's I'm really excited. Just only the week we've spent here with him, all of us, we learned a lot, and I think we all knew he was gonna fit with us, but the way also he's trying to make his best to fit in with us and to teach us like from day one. It's to me it's really important because it's you have it or you don't, and he has it. He has this will to transmit to us. So I'm really excited.
Victor, you're listed at 235 pounds on the roster. What went into increasing that muscle and weight? And also, can you talk about working with Jamal Crawford over the summer?
Can you repeat the first question?
Yeah, you weigh 235 according to the roster. What all went into gaining that weight and added muscle?
How did that happen? Oh, so it's like I would say it's a natural process because I'm trying to it's important to work in a way that's good for your body and respect the body's identity, I would say. So it's we really put an emphasis on gaining strength and like core strength, but not gaining weight necessarily, but weight will come with strength. So it's just a result of the good work we've done all summer. I'm really satisfied with the summer we just had here. And what was the second question? Yeah, Jamal. I think it was my first time working with like for this long period of time with a retired actual player, NBA player. It was. I just learned a lot. Because the view he has on the game is different from a coach's, because he's been through. He understands the player more than maybe any coaches I've seen before. I've worked with before. So it was a great experience. I would do it again.
You probably haven't heard it, given how busy you were during the summer, but former NBA players, analysts, folks have talked about how as early as this year, you could become, if not the best player in the league, then one of the very best players at the very top of the league. Wondering how you manage those expectations and what your expectations for yourself are as you enter year number 2.
So these expectations, I just manage like I've managed all the others for years. I just focus on my actual responsibilities, because I don't have any responsibility to any of you really. So it's just the guys in the locker room and in the training room over there. That's it. And so it's yeah. Of course, I can say I'm glad these abilities are being recognized, because I know eventually I'm gonna be in those conversations, but as always, my emphasis is always going to be on winning and helping my teammates, making my teammates better as much as I can. So it's no different than previous years. It's just that now, last year our expectations for ourselves was to learn and to learn to know ourselves. And I think towards the end of the year it really showed. But this year we expect from us to win.
Victor, those 6 games in France, they seem to present a form of pressure that was much different from the pressure you faced in games in San Antonio last year. First of all, how much did you enjoy that? And secondly, how soon do you think it'll be before you get to experience pressure like that again this season?
Yeah, it'll be a long time, I think, before before I experience something such as this. But it was different, really. It was really different because it all happened. How long was the Olympics? Like less than 2 weeks. It all happened like this. So it's hard to win. It's hard to win games in the Olympics, but it's very easy to lose games. It's very easy to. Just take as an example, Canada, Team Canada. I don't know what their expectations were, but they were home way too early, probably compared to what they expected. And it's because it just happens like this in one game. So it's one of the. I would say it's one of the most, maybe the most intense sports experience in my life. So the emotion, the emotion started when we qualified, for the gold medal game. First, I felt really, really lucky to have the chance to live those experiences, and I felt proud as well. But during the game, we were so during all elimination games, really, for 40 minutes, we were like locked in and thinking about one thing: is the next play. Thinking about. Also as a team, it builds something to have this level of concentration, all of us towards the same goal. So it was a lot of emotion, but also some relief after, a couple of days after the Olympics, because your body calms down, your mind calms down. And but it's I mean, yeah, the emotion is just, it's, for me, at least for me, it's too much to contain. You know, you have to scream or cry a little bit, but it's too much to contain.
Hey, Victor, you talked about your body and getting stronger. Did you notice the difference in the Olympics, benefiting from that? And if so, did that give you more confidence, that whole experience that you'll take into year two with that much more confidence that you're able to do more things because of your increased weight?
Yeah, it's so. I've actually felt like my body strength increase every year since I mean forever, and I think it's I want to keep going in that direction because it's I would say it's the primary thing that allows me to expand my game. Of course, playing through contact, but also athleticism in general. So and really, you know, I spent some like maybe how long was it, like 2 months before in here in San Antonio before going to France for the Olympics, and those 2 months were of hard work were like enough to make me pass another step. And after the Olympics, I spent like 4 or 5 weeks working here right now, and it's enough to make me pass another step. And this is how I want to go. I want to keep progressing every year, every summer, and it helped me already during the Olympics, and I'm sure it's going to help me during the season too.
Thank you. We'll go to France. Maxime.
Salut.
Je me pose la question sur tes objectifs individuels. Évidemment, tu vas avoir une grosse progression cette année. Toi, il y a plusieurs profils comme Internet, j'imagine, que tu peux dépenser en année, par exemple, sans blessure, par exemple, tout ce que tu peux l'avoir. Est-ce que être All-Star, par exemple, c'est quelque chose qui est important pour toi? En gros, est-ce que tu considères cette année, tu peux devenir un top 10, top 15 joueur NBA?
Bien sûr, il y a des objectifs qui sont que j'observe et d'autres qui sont censés être qui sont évidents. Parce que par exemple, enfin, ouais, il y en a d'autres qui sont évidents. Mais comme d'habitude, c'est être All-Star. Bien sûr que j'ai envie d'être All-Star, mais ça viendra si j'aide mon équipe de la meilleure manière, je suis sûr que je serai All-Star. Et ça va de la même manière pour les récompenses individuelles. Mais au final, si j'aide mon équipe dans tous les domaines du jeu, je devrais être dans la conversation pour tous les trophées. Et pour moi, c'est aussi ça le but, c'est tellement aider mon équipe que voilà, c'est être indiscutable aussi dans certaines catégories. Ouais, bien sûr. C'est clairement un des objectifs et une des choses dont on parle avec le coach, c'est voilà, il y aura plus de deuxième, troisième, quatrième chance par match. En fait, maintenant c'est voilà, déjà si on veut gagner maintenant, il faudra en fait être un leader d'abord par l'exemple. Donc il y aura plus de place pour ces erreurs. Mon rôle, je le vois, donc comme je disais, j'ai envie d'être leader par l'exemple, leader dans le vestiaire aussi, mais avant tout sur le terrain. Donc je pense que c'est des deux côtés du terrain, autant tactiquement que dans l'esprit du groupe. J'ai envie d'être par exemple la base de la défense. Et aussi un playmaker en attaque, donc quelqu'un qui fait jouer ses coéquipiers. Et voilà, comme je disais avant, il n'y aura plus de place. Si je suis dans mes standards et que j'aide l'équipe de la bonne manière, j'aurai un rôle prépondérant en attaque et en défense. Donc c'est quelque chose qui doit arriver naturellement. Ouais, bah non, c'est pas un mot trop fort. Mais c'est pas forcément le bon mot. Je préfère un patron, c'est quelqu'un qui dirige et qui met les autres au charbon. Moi, je vais être plutôt leader.
Ta première saison est désormais derrière toi. Les premières, c'est terminé. On a relevé des choses que tu avais un peu mieux vécues. Comment tu abordes ça? On dit souvent aussi que la dernière année, c'est la plus difficile. D'un point de vue psychologique, est-ce que tu es préparé mentalement, que ce soit plus dur ou pas?
On dit souvent que c'est la première la plus difficile. La deuxième? Ah, j'ai plus entendu que c'était la première la plus difficile. De la bouche des joueurs, en tout cas. Ouais, bien sûr, il y a un gros travail mental. Parce qu'on va rencontrer des difficultés cette année nouvelle. Et on a envie de se mettre dans une situation pour voilà, avoir un nouveau statut dans cette ligue. Un statut d'équipe qui gagne, d'équipe de play-off. Donc il y a un gros travail mental parce que c'est c'est quelque chose c'est une culture en fait qu'il faut instaurer. Et parce qu'en tout cas, de mon côté, j'ai pas connu encore de saison de victoire en fait. Donc c'est une culture qu'il faudra instaurer et ça, ce sera quelque chose qui se fait tous les jours parce que c'est facile c'est plus facile les mauvaises habitudes sont plus faciles à adopter que les bonnes.
Quand tu disais l'an dernier qu'il fallait plus perdre de temps, j'imagine que l'objectif minimum cette année, c'est de faire le play-in.
Ouais, bien sûr. C'est faire le play-in et les play-offs. Ouais.
Pas de questions sur l'équipe de France. Qu'est-ce que tu penses de la nomination de Popovich? Et je sais que Greg Popovich adore l'ancien Tony, tu adores l'ancien Tony. Est-ce qu'au hasard, ce serait une bonne idée de le voir assis au sport à demain?
Ah, c'est quelque chose j'y avais pas pensé, mais bien évidemment, ça serait pas pour me déplaire, hein. Et la nomination de Frédéric à la tête de l'équipe de France, je suis assez fier parce que j'ai eu l'occasion de passer un peu de temps avec lui dans le passé, donc à l'Asvel. Donc c'est quelqu'un que j'aime beaucoup, un vrai meneur d'hommes. Et je suis content de voir que, entre guillemets, il y a une nouvelle génération qui arrive en équipe de France, et autant chez les joueurs que chez les coachs. Donc j'espère qu'on aura l'occasion de grandir ensemble.
C'était sur Vincent Collet aussi, mais je ne sais pas trop suivi ce que vous avez dit, mais est-ce qu'il y a une discussion, est-ce que vous avez parlé, pas du tout, parce que j'ai entendu que vous avez sur un top qui m'a un peu botté en touche.
Ah oui, Vincent, bien sûr que c'était. On savait que lui il savait que ce serait sûrement sa dernière. Mais ça s'est fini, ça aurait pu moins bien se finir entre lui et entre lui et l'équipe de France, mais heureusement il a fait le nécessaire pour finir pour partir par la grande porte. Et bien sûr de loin le plus grand coach de l'histoire de l'équipe de France. Mais oui, Théo disait que il m'avait demandé si j'avais imaginé le voir ici aux Spurs, et je l'avais pas imaginé, mais ça serait bien sûr que je sais pas à quoi ressemblera la suite de sa carrière, mais avec plaisir en tout cas.